What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come back to you, and I wanted to do a follow up on the Carmelo Anthony situation. Again, as people know or should know, he is out of jail. He is out on bond. The judge reduced that down to $250,000, and that was actually paid for by somebody else. Um, the family has raised like a $500,000 in support. And he also, they also have a new house and allegedly new cars. But again, I don't want to report on something that might be false. But again, these parents, they have capitalized on this situation. They have definitely capitalized on it. And, again, we had to remember that we have a young person that lost their life. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf lost his life. And again, these people, they're parading around like, Carmelo Anthony is some victim. He's not. He's not a victim at all. But something happened today that I really want to, kind of bring light to. There was a press conference that was given by Carmelo Anthony's attorneys, and they are part of this next generation, whatever group that again is pro-black, and they are representing Carmelo Anthony in the trial. Um, and again, we have to understand that there's not going to be a fair trial. There's not going to be, and I definitely think white people are about sick and tired of what's going on. And again, at least the ones that are awake enough to understand what's happening. Again, we have seen things get more and more and more and more unfair as time has moved on. But I mean, things are worse now than they've ever been, at least in my lifetime. As far as racial components, but anyways, guys, something happened today. There was a press conference that was given by the attorneys for Carmelo Anthony, part of this activist group. And guess who showed up to that press conference? The father, Jeff Metcalf, the father of Austin. Guys, watch. So I wanted to show you this. This is a video from the press conference. And this guy is the NGAN, Next Generation Action Network, which is a pro-black organization. And he is talking at the conference, and he is addressing the fact that Jeff Metcalf is present. And I mean, I don't know. You guys watch this.
And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family. But he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case.
The fact of the matter is, man, I've been posting a little bit, and again, my channel's not big enough. I know that, but the fact of the matter is, attention needs to be brought to this case. I mean, again, this is outrageous. It really is, and again, it looks like to me, at least, there's a very decent chance Carmelo Anthony is not going to face any real time. And I worried because in the court of public opinion, with so many people that nowadays that are wanting to feel sorry for this kid because he's black. And again, he acted out of place, went to somewhere where he shouldn't have been, brought a knife to that event. And again, to me, this shows premeditation right there. And then threatened Austin, said, hey, look, man, if you touch me, if you whatever, you're going to find out. And then stabbed and killed him. Again, in no way was he in fear of his life. And again, I know this joker right here has said, he was in fear of his life. No, he wasn't. If he was actually in fear for his life, he would have left. He would have walked off. But it's not. He wasn't. He never was. And now this clown, this standing up here, talking about Jeff Metcalf or whatever his name is, father of Austin. And again, he's talking about him, Jeff Metcalf, being disrespectful to them and to his own son. Again, this man, if you want to say he is, this guy is horribly disrespectful to Jeff Metcalf, who again just lost his son. Again, guys, man, we have truly got to be honest about what is happening. Anyways, I'm going to scroll a bit down. I'm going to show you what the mother had to say about this, because she also spoke. Let me bring it here. She is. Okay. And she spoke about this. And again, man, I'm not saying that she was wrong or she was, but again, just definitely not likable. That's for sure.
In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community.
And again, one thing I want to say, man, is I wanted to break in and say, I do agree that in no way, shape, or form should anyone be going up to her husband's work or their house or, and confronting any of them, threatening any of them. That's not the way to handle this. So it's only going to make the situation worse. But, and I do agree that I do understand that it would scare her, and I'm sure everyone.
Everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her.
Hey, you guys, man, I get that. I do. But we got to understand what the Metcalf family is going through. Again, he's talking about what we're going through. We're going through this hardship. Yeah, because your son stabbed and killed some other kid. That's why. Again, you can't. I am condemning anyone coming at them, threatening them, or whatever in any way. But again, you have to understand this is going to happen. That kind of stuff is going to happen because of the political nature, the racial nature of what's happening. And again, it's not right. It's not right at all what is happening. And again, your son was not right in the way he handled himself. And your son was not afraid of this other kid. He was not. The fact of the matter is, the Metcalf family is the one dealing with the hardship. And I get, things are not ideal for you as well. But, again, let's try to keep things in perspective.
And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
Your son has the same rights. Carmelo has the same rights as anyone else. Nobody is taking anything away from Carmelo at all. As a matter of fact, he's gotten privileged treatment. Your whole family has. And again, nobody is taking any rights away from Carmelo. Again, people, they got to understand that. They got to understand that this woman, to a degree, I understand. But her emotions are definitely getting the better of things right here. Again, because her son is definitely not getting any kind of bad treatment at all. And definitely has not lost any rights.
He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state. But those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. So
See, here again, man, the laws do apply to everyone. And again, man, they need to also apply to your son. And again, to all black people out there. Again, they like to liken this to the Daniel Penny situation in New York a couple of years ago. It's not even close to that. Not even close to that. Again, it's not the same thing. Not at all. But the thing is, if they don't like, Daniel Penny, and Daniel Penny was not treated right, he was treated wrong. But if they feel, and what I mean by they, I am talking about black people, not all, but right now a good amount. If they feel in any way that like Dan Penny was, they felt like he was getting away and whatever. Again, the man did nothing wrong, but they were like they protested. They were out in the streets yelling and screaming and whatever. Is anyone doing that here? I guarantee there's going to be some people that confront you or whatnot, but is it happening? Are protests out there happening? No. And again, we have seen that over and over again in the quote unquote black community, especially with Black Lives Matter behind things, that rioted, protested, and everything else. And again, sometimes got violent. If they felt like they were not getting the justice they deserved. So again, people are going to say things about your son. And I'm sorry, but you're going to have to get over that.
to be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Guys, again, I am saddened in a lot of ways, man, to know what's happening. And again, man, so many of these tweets and statements that are made about Austin Metcalf, the Metcalf family, has been, just horrible stuff. And again, man, these parents are having to navigate this. Their child. Again, I have a son about the same age, and I could imagine, man. I could not imagine. But there's father right there, and he was escorted out of the press conference. It'll be kind of scroll up and there it is, and show you that right here in this video. He was asked to leave because he was making them uncomfortable, and again, he didn't say anything or do anything, and I understand why he was there. I do understand it. Again, man, if that were my son, yeah, I'd want you to know that. Hey, look, man, I'm right here. I'm still here. Seriously, you you fuck around with my kids, man. I'm telling you. But I mean, like most parents, man. But yeah, you know, I would want them to know, look, man, I'm not doing anything. I'm not causing trouble, but I'm still here, and I see what you guys are doing. I see it, and again, man, I'm still here. I'm gonna speak at some point. But that was that. And guys, I want to show you uh, some of these tweets. And so I'm going to show you from a channel called The Quartering. And he's reading some of the tweets, some of the things that are being said about Austin Metcalf. And again, man, these things are just, being honest, man, they are disgusting. They really are. Watch.
This is an actual comment on the Carmelo Anthony fundraiser. When I saw Carmelo's age, when I was Carmelo's age, I would have had to get up and not say a word. God bless this young man. Like, dear Lord, help us. God bless this young man for killing another kid. God bless him. 5 hearts, of course, on that. That's only the beginning. Comments on the Anther fundraiser are something. Over 12,000 donors now. The community supports you. I know you're scared, but believe in yourself and your inner strength. The ancestors got you, young man. Okay. When one of these white people posts something dumb, I always look at the amount of likes it gets because I love seeing the amount of them just lurking with hateful eyes as we lift up Carmelo and his family. They hate to see us unified. To think that we would sit quietly and just let you all enjoy a modern day lynching is wild. I love seeing, look, I think the black community should come together, be together. I 100% support that. Now, I don't support them randomly, indiscriminately taking other people's lives, or any community, by the way. We, your brothers in Liberia, West Africa, pray for your freedom in bondage land. Adding up each day from the motherland, small, as we always say, from $85 before, brother, we finally reached $100. Thank Jah blessing. Let's run it up like they ran it up for their dear George Zimmerman. Hang in there, family. Again, like, here's free him, second time giving. Use these funds any way you need to stay safe and seek fair justice in this imperfect world. Kelly Anderson spelled incorrectly.
Man, we truly got to understand that we can't do a thing for anyone. We can't even do anything for ourselves. Again, everything comes through the Father. Everything does. Man, again, all you can do is become aware of things, of who you are and what can be done, maybe. And then you have to allow that process to unfold, because there's nothing you can do. Everything that you have that's of absolute value to you. I mean, I'm talking real value, not your house or car or whatever. But whatever you have that's actually of value was placed in your life. And again, man, if white people stand in the place and try to help out black people because they feel bad, they're only doing it for themselves. They're doing it for their own egos. They feel bad. They feel bad for no reason at all. But they say they feel bad, they want to help. Again, maybe by helping people, you're really hurting them. You're not helping at all. You're giving them Again, you're giving them what they need, just enough for them to stay where they are. And you're giving them someone to blame as to why they are the way they are. And again, I'm not talking about all black people, not at all. But we truly get to understand that in no way, right now, especially right now, should white people be helping black people out at all. They should step back and allow people to be who they are. You know, again, I have friends that overparent, especially their adult kids. You know, oh my God, my son doesn't have enough money or he barely has enough money for the rent and whatever. So I gave him that money plus some extra. I give like $4,000 for. It's like, man, again, he's not destitute. He's not. And even if he was, maybe by giving him that money, he knows he's got a safety net, and he's not going to hold himself to account the way that he probably should. And again, you're actually hurting your son. But again, people don't want to hear what they don't want to hear. And again, right now, black people, they got to understand that they are their own problem. They are. And there's nothing anyone can do for them. Nor should they do anything for them. And no one's to blame for anything that happened in history, in a couple hundred years ago, whatever. No one's to blame for that. No one alive today, anyways. And again, man, we need to move forward. And if people want to bitch and whine and complain and whatever, let them do it. But pay them no attention. And again, they'll finally start getting, wait a minute. It's up to me. It's up to me and my connection with God to move me forward. It's not the man down the street's fault. Because you what? But look, guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a.